Hey, this is Pete Zeronis from Dots and Bridges, and welcome to the Thought Leadership Consortium. We are honored to feature Renee Tarrin of Fortinet, our sponsor for today's episode, and Kevin Kerr of the Oak Ridge National Laboratory. Renee and Kevin will offer actionable insights intended to foster collaboration, transform culture, and build trust across government, industry, and academia. We hope you enjoy the conversation.
Want to be seen as a partner. When there's issues or concerns, or I've got challenges that I'm trying to implement things, you really want, to have partners that can come in and help you with some of your technology solutions. So it's really getting to know, who your potential customers are, understanding their mission set. I think I shared this on our prep session. I get contacted by vendors all the time. And, it's clearly, you can see the ones that haven't bothered to do their homework. I get emails and phone calls, trying to sell me technology that Fortinet already has in our portfolio. We sell that technology. But, they're claiming they're going to solve all my problems. I'm a firm believer, you need to understand, the customer's perspective, where they're coming from, what are some of the challenges they're facing, because again, each industry has different challenges and obstacles they need to overcome. And really take that time to, get to know, who you're reaching out to and those prospects. So from my perspective, if you want to be seen as a partner, then you kind of need to be able to almost, be able to, take a step back and look, take a walk in their shoes.
Yes.
Understand what their challenges are. Because, if you can't help them solve their challenges, if you don't take the time to even understand what they are.
Just like Renee, I'm constantly getting emails and calls. Hey, I've got the best thing since self-slicing buttering bread. And, that doesn't work. Come to me and say, hey, I've got this. I know you have this, but this is how we can do it. This is how it's different. I also know you have this other tool. This is how we integrate with that. And we'll actually help you integrate your tools, especially from a cyber perspective, how tools will integrate with each other in order to give me the best picture. Everybody always talks about the single pane. That's really important, for people in cyber, but it's also important for management in sense of, I want to be able to turn around and I want to show management with a single pane of where our risk posture is, where our threats are, what's going on in our environment. And I need tools that can help me do that. And no tool is going to do that out of the box. So I want a vendor who's going to help me tune it, tweak it, build it, and get it there. And we've had many who do that, and help us get there. So that's key. And you got to be willing to sit there and go, okay, our tool maybe doesn't do this, but this is where we're going. Share your roadmap with me. Let me know where you're going. Even use, get us involved with your roadmap. I mean, National Labs, we're doing state-of-the-art technology in the next generation stuff. I mean, our next generation supercomputer, the exascale computing system. I mean, we talk about partnerships. Work with us and tell us how you can be involved in that partnership. You mentioned the Million Veterans Program. That's a partnership. So, I mean, we talk to them and how we can help them analyze data, very quickly to help with serving our veterans, ensuring they're safe, ensuring they get the help they need, helping identify, risk factors maybe associated with suicide prevention. I mean, this is real-time threat stuff. And, I appreciate you giving me credit for leading the effort for the joint. It was actually our researchers that did it. I was just the guy that made the cyber, appeasable and acceptable to the veterans program. But that's important too, because I have to go to them and I've got to know their business and their concerns. So I have to think as a vendor. I'm going to, we're trying to work with the Veterans, Administration. I've got to be able to sell Oak Ridge and say how we're going to protect their information, how we're going to protect all that stuff, all that PII, personally identifiable information. Sorry, I try not to use acronyms. And protected health information. How are we going to protect that? And how are we going to ensure that not only to the Veterans Administration, but our vets? And we got to be able to do it down to the person. Yeah. So it's key. So I understand what vendors have to do because I have to do it.
Thanks again to Fortinet for sponsoring this episode of the Thought Leadership Consortium. And if you like what you heard today and want to hear more, be sure to click the subscribe button below. Your support and interest are sincerely appreciated.